Good morning, guys, from rainy, wet, and windy Vancouver Island here in Comox.
Indeed. We are checking out of our Airbnb bright and early, and today we are continuing to our final destination. We are heading down to Victoria for 2 days, so that's exciting.
We're basically trading in the wilderness and the small communities for, we're going to be seeing the two biggest cities today. We're driving by Nanaimo, and then our final destination is Victoria, which is the biggest city on the island.
Yeah, and we've got my dad in the driver's seat. He's going to get us there.
We're going to get there. Shitty weather, but what can you tell? You know, it's Vancouver Island.
It is what it is, right?
It's been raining all night and very windy today.
Yeah.
A lot of wind, so...
Well, guys, it's not going to get any better, unfortunately. I don't think. I was checking like Nanaimo and a few other places. It looks like it's going to be rain all day, but even with that in mind, we're going to be making a few stops, probably visiting a couple places along the coast,
and of course eating Nanaimo bars to cheer ourselves up about the weather. We'll
probably try the traditional one, and then we're going to try some contemporary twists on it. We found one that had maple bacon and also dulce de leche, if that restaurant's open.
All right, something to look forward to.
Who thought about that one? Bacon in a sweet bar. I mean, in a dessert with bacon. I mean, okay, we're in Canada, but that's overdoing it, no?
That's overkill.
With maple and double that.
All right.
We'll find out.
On our way. We're on our way.
Anyways, yeah, we got a long day of driving. We are heading south. We're basically, right now in Comox, we're midway up the island, and we're heading to the far south of the island. So, a busy day. So guys, our first stop of the day was at Fanny Bay, and my gosh, it's still raining really hard. It's super windy. So what I did was I just walked out basically on this tiny little trail that led out to the coast, and it's just like rough waters, wind, rain, not a soul in sight. And yeah, so that's basically our first stop. We're just back in the car, and now we're going to be driving on the way to Nanaimo.
So we have made our, well, I'm calling this our first stop of the day, because
first official stop.
The first one was Fanny Bay, and it was so windy and so rainy, and Fanny Bay is so small that we really didn't see much.
I'm the only one who stopped.
Except stormy waters.
Yeah, that's all of it. That's all it was.
So now we're at Arbutus Grove Provincial Park.
Yep.
We've come to see the arbutus. It's known as arradanes in Spanish, and we saw lots of those when we were in Patagonia.
Yeah.
But Google Maps kind of led us astray, and then we got here and there was a group of German tourists who are also kind of lost, and they're looking for the arbutus. Yeah. So we don't know if we're in the right place. We do see two. There's two beautiful arbutus trees.
There's two beautiful ones, but
there should be more.
Yeah, oh, look, that might go into the woods a bit, or that might also be the dead end too.
Let's see. Well, we kind of found a few trees in the forest.
I did.
They were in the forest, okay?
He planted it.
We planted them.
He grew them, he watered them.
For your viewing pleasure.
I will say, they're like a different variety from the same tree that we have in Argentina.
It's not the same one.
Yeah, like it still has that red bark. It's just a different tree and hard to access. There's no trail in the forest.
No, it's a different variety.
I think we're gonna have lunch and then try a different access point.
Yeah, there has to be another way into
the park. This is obviously not, and it looks like we kind of just walked through someone's backyard, even though we didn't, but it kind of
like private property.
But we are snacking, at least I am, on some blackberries. These are nice. This is bear food.
It's full of it.
So we've arrived in the city of Nanaimo, and that means it is time to eat a Nanaimo Bar. Ta-da!
And not just any here.
We're starting with a fancy one. So first, let me tell you what the classic Nanaimo Bar should have. So this is a Canadian dessert, and there is no baking involved. It has 3 layers. The bottom layer typically has wafer and a coconut crumb base. Then you have your custard with butter icing and chocolate ganache on top. This one, instead of putting coconut into it, they've put crushed pretzels. And then the custard also has dulce de leche mixed in. And then on top, it's a white chocolate instead of a dark chocolate, and it has bacon bits. So I feel like it's extra Canadian with the bacon. How do you feel about eating a dessert with bacon? My dad seems a little bit like,
hesitant. I've never tried.
It's supposed to be a sweet. It's got dulce de leche. That's the Argentinian typical caramel.
Yeah.
How the heck you gonna put bacon up here? You know, I think they screwed up with this one. I don't know. I'm gonna try it.
You know, there's some places that do donuts with bacon on top, so it's kind of a trend. Apparently, it's meant to be delicious.
All right.
So,
Why don't you
shall
guys
we?
take your first bite? See how it is. What do you think?
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Wow, it's good.
What do you think?
I'll take my bite.
I think it's really good. I taste a bit of the dulce de leche, do you?
Mm-hmm.
And I like the bacon, I have to say. Just a little bit of added saltiness.
After eating one of these, you have to walk at least 25 kilometers to bring it down, you know? Because,
a day's worth of calories.
my goodness.
Wow.
It's heavy, yeah?
It's heavy?
Yeah. It tastes good, but it's heavy.
Well, thanks to, what's the name of the
This
place?
place is called Smokin George's.
Smokin George's. And yeah, they're really friendly staff inside. They also specialize in, I think, pulled pork sandwiches.
Yeah, and
Seafood
like
sandwiches.
barbecue.
If we hadn't had lunch already, we probably would have got something savory too. Good.
And I think we're gonna hit up one more place. Sam had mentioned Red's Bakery. They also do Nanaimo bars, and they have classic bars, but also contemporary bars with a bit of a twist.
So yeah, we will show you a classic, and we're also gonna try another one.
This won't be our last Nanaimo bar.
No.
We're obviously gonna save some of it. Like, we're not gonna eat the whole bar and then go buy
How much
more.
were they? Like $2 or $3 each? Or?
I didn't check. I just hand over my card.
Okay, I thought I noticed $3.75, but for that size, you can see why.
Okay, tell us, where are we?
Guys, we can only be in one place. We're at the world's largest hockey stick here in Duncan. And this thing is gigantic. I mean, look at it.
Look at it.
Look at it. Look at how small those little cars look next to it.
And you said you've played hockey here before?
Yeah, I played hockey here before, and they already had this. This is like a famous landmark in the city. You can see the biggest puck right next to it.
Impressive. We can see it off the highway.
They should have hung that pair of dentures too. Because in the old days with the puck, they all lost their
They all
teeth.
lost their teeth. Yeah, they call it the hockey smile.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
When I first came to Canada, all the hockey players and all the kids in the streets, a lot of them didn't have any front teeth.
They used to not wear helmets back
Nothing.
then.
They didn't have
Crazy.
protectors either. Huh?
They didn't have the mouth guards. They didn't have the visors. No helmet.
It was wild.
It was wild, man.
And the goalies, apparently, they had fractures in their faces and the jaw, and after each game, they were stitching them up like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there was no knowledge of concussions back then. So it was just like, you got a puck to the head, go back out and play. You know?
That's it.
That was the attitude.
On top of the
Yeah, there was fights too.
The fighting, right?
The fighting. I think when we came here to play, our team ended up fighting. So it's kind of funny. But anyways, the biggest hockey stick, guys, if you're driving, let's say between Victoria and Nanaimo, stop here for a photo. It's pretty cool.
Hello from Victoria. We made it.
Oh my gosh, what a long day of driving in the rain and wind.
It was.
Oh my, I think we had sun for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and we ended up making fewer stops because we had planned a few hikes and provincial parks, but it was just pouring rain. Like, there was no way we could be outside.
No, it's not like it was sprinkling. Like, it was just a torrential downpour, and it's just it's the kind of weather that's not pleasant for being out.
Yeah,
and about,
so we checked into our Airbnb a little bit early, and now we are preparing dinner. It's almost 5 o'clock. What's on the menu today?
We've got pepper beef burgers.
Ooh,
Pepper beef
good.
burgers. I don't know why that took so long to say. Pepper beef burgers.
Peppercorn. They've got peppercorn.
Peppercorn beef burgers.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it's
we're
tasty.
boiling some potatoes, which we plan to pan roast.
Yes.
So, and we've got BC wine from
And
the Okanagan.
I should mention, while we were in Nanaimo, we also stopped at Red's Bakery, another really famous place for Nanaimo bars, and we picked up 2 kinds for dessert.
Yes, the classic one, and then another one with peanut butter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna be good.
so we're going to be trying both of those.
Yeah.
That'll make it 3 Nanaimo bars in one day.
I have to say the first one was really good. The one with dulce de
was.
leche and bacon.
Bacon
Wow.
and sea salt.
I would eat that again for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super decadent, but so tasty. Anyways, we'll sit down with wine and food soon.
Dinner is served.
Dinner is served. Well, this is a delicious meal prepared by Audrey's dad. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got a peppercorn steak with cheese.
Hamburger.
Hamburgers. And we also have pan roasted potatoes.
Olive oil, a little bit fried.
Yeah.
You got the wine.
We got the wine. It's pretty decent. It's local wine. And what I mean by local is from the province, from British Columbia. It's from the Okanagan Valley in BC, the most famous area in the province for growing wine. And we got a Cabernet Merlot from 2016, 5 vineyards by Mission Hill. And yeah, it's a decent table wine.
It's a good
Cheers
wine, you
to
know.
that.
It's nothing, you know. It's for every day. It's a wine that you can have with your meals, no problem whatsoever with this wine.
It's not in the same category as the 25-year-old Spanish wine we have.
Well, you know, like I always say that this area in Canada, they are just beginning. You know, it's not that they have centuries of experience to doing wine. It's not like other countries that you have 5, 6, 7, 800 years. It's a new industry, you know, and they are doing pretty good. And also considering that here they have to deal with a lot of problems the climate. They keep improving year after year after year. So
Yeah.
they came up with a really good wine here.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong.
it's a nice emerging industry here in Canada, and if you have a chance to try the Canadian wines, do so, because every province sells their own unique wines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the food's good, and what we're gonna do is have Nanaimo bars in a bit. So stay tuned for that. All right, dessert time.
Dessert time. We've already dug into the Nanaimo bars, Red's Bakery. My dad's halfway done his. Thoughts
What do you guys think?
and opinions.
We've got a classic and a peanut butter.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
the peanut butter one now.
This one is peanut butter.
Yeah.
You can really taste the peanut butter, the creamy peanut butter. The center here is a lot of butter. When you have it in your mouth, it feels like you have a little small piece of butter that is melting rapidly in your mouth. You know, I mean, it's a good dessert, but you need to have a specific palate for it. Like maybe people that grew up here eating this since they were small.
Yeah, like me. I like it.
him.
Yeah.
They will go crazy for it. But for the ones that were
Trying it for the first time.
brought up in Latin America like us, we kind of need something a little bit more, I don't know, you know. This is the typical North American dessert. In Canada, United States, you know that a lot of people will find them beautiful looking when you see them from outside, but then you need to have a special palate for it, you know. Like, I mean, it's not your average dessert.
I think you prefer baked goods like cakes and pies and tarts, things like that. And this is just like a refrigerated sugary dessert. Okay,
It's not
if
bad,
you-
it's good, but
And if you had to choose your favorite out of the 3 Nanaimo bars you've had today,
I think I'll go with the peanut butter one.
peanut butter one.
Yeah.
You know what the peanut butter one reminds me of? A Reese's peanut
Oh my
butter
gosh.
cup. That's what it tastes like.
I'm gonna
You're
love it. I haven't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
tried mine.
And yeah, I'll go with the peanut butter one, and taking into account that I do not like peanut butter. Okay, I very seldom eat that because it tastes like
foreign.
like a paste of peanuts. You know, me, I'm more of the dulce de leche type. You know, I think the one with the peanut butter is a little bit softer in taste.
No,
Well,
let's
you?
get Sam to try it. Let's see. Our full-blown Canadian here.
Yeah, he grew up eating this.
I did.
He grew up
I
eating
did.
this.
This is Vancouver Island food. Original Vancouver Island food. So a little bit of coffee first. Okay, I'm gonna try the classic. And guys, something to remember about this: keep it refrigerated.
Oh yeah, it starts to melt otherwise. Like the buttercream, it just starts to dissolve. How's that?
Oh yeah, it's good quality.
You like
it's
it?
Definitely the classic. That's the kind that I was most used to having on the island. Remember, yeah, my mom would make it. You wouldn't eat this all the time, but like it was definitely served a couple times a year, kind of thing.
And now peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
You are the peanut butter fan. Peanut butter monster.
That's awesome. Peanut butter for the win, for sure.
So if you had to choose your favorite out of all three, that one's it?
Yeah, that's it. Although
really?
I actually really like the other experimental one we had too.
I would choose the first one we had, but I would swap the pretzels for the coconut.
But I also like the classic one just because it's a familiar taste from my childhood. So I mean, like all three have been good. I mean, I don't think I've ever had 3 different Nanaimo bars in the same day, so it's breaking a new record here. Yeah, just we made the most of a rainy day. Tomorrow, guys, the weather's looking better. We have a full day in Victoria. We've got afternoon tea planned. We're gonna go visit the Parliament building, go along the harbor.
Butcher Gardens.
Awesome. Butcher Gardens. I mean, Victoria is beautiful. It is the big city of the island, and we're gonna show it to you tomorrow. So we'll see you then.
Nice. Goodbye.